Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Apex Plays, where we are continuing our Bloodborne boss run. But before we get to the next boss, I wanted to show you guys a little bit of a secret. It's actually the only way that you can get the secret boss, which I'm not going to spoil. But in order to do that, you need to find 3 specific items. There's 4 items you can get total, but you can only get 3 out of the 4. It's a little complicated. I'm going to show you how to get them all. I've made sure not to get them so I can show you in this video. What the items are they're called 1/3 umbilical cord, which you need to use all 3 of them. You need to have them and use them before you can fight the secret final boss. And in order to get them, you have to go to different locations, obviously. The first location, actually you can get them in whatever order that you want, to be honest, but I'm going to show you in the order that I'm doing right now, just because it's a little bit easier for me. It's just how I am located. It's where I'm located in the game right now, so it's no big deal. Okay, the first one I'm actually going and doing in the back of Yusefka's clinic, and the way you get there is you have to go through the Forbidden Woods, the back way, but you can only do it after you've already killed Ron the Spider, because the door will be open for you, and then you can come through. You'll go all the way around, you'll see a whole bunch of giants with poison. You get through that poison, and you find this ladder, you come up here. And then once you're up here, I would recommend opening up this gate because it opens up. Where are we? Oh, that's cool. Right at the very beginning of the game where you start in Yusefka's clinic, but you need to get to the back of the clinic, which is back here. So you come over here, open the gate. I'm just going to run on through because I don't need to kill anything, and that's not the point of this. I'm just trying to show you where the location is. There is a Cthulhu monster over here, so be careful. Don't get hit by his magic. Just get up the ladder and continue on. Once you get up the ladder, there are going to be some crows up here that are just going to be waiting to ambush you once you get across this roof. And here they are right here, just going to run on by. You need to get through them, kill them if you want. Not going to really give you anything amazing. But, so yeah, here we are in the back of Yusefka's clinic. You can go, there's a couple other places around here that you can explore, but you need to go this way to the right in order to find where Yusefka is if you have not already killed her. Actually, no, that's not true. That's where you get the summons. When that location that I just was at was where you get the summons to go to Canehurst. And so that is how you get there once you've already gotten to the point that I'm at. So you get to the center. This is where she is. You come up here. There's going to be a staircase. And again, you can only do this if you have not killed her yet. And once you kill Rom, she actually no longer is like a hunter, because normally she's like a hunter and you're just going to be fighting her. But she's actually on this table, which you can see right here. And she's like, my God, like I can feel all these weird things. I'm nauseous. Have you ever felt this? As you can see from her belly, it's kind of roundish. It's not like big, but it's roundish. And so what is actually happening is that Rom, the spider, has impregnated her. And it's kind of bad and dark, but you actually got to kill her. And then once you kill her, you get the first piece of the umbilical cord. You get that, and then we're moving on to the next point. The other way you can get this one, actually, if you don't do it the Yusefka way, is there's a person named Adriana who is a lady of the night, to call it any other thing. And for the sake of time, I'm just going to go ahead and use a bold hunter's mark because I know where I'm going. But yeah, she's a lady of the night, and you're going to grab that from her once you kill Rom as well. But you need to have sent her to the chapel, which I did not do. But either way, you can get this same piece from either Yusefka or Adriana. If you have not saved Adriana and you've already killed Yusefka, you are out of luck, sadly, because you have to have at least 3 of the 4 pieces to fight the secret boss. Now, luckily, I knew that that was the case, so I don't have to do that. And so from this point on, you're going to go back to the, Hunter's Dream like you always do. And then you're going to travel to the cathedral because that door that opened up on the right where you first, after you kill the blood-starved beast, is that's where you're going to need to go. You're going to need to go to Cathedral Ward right here. So then once you get through Cathedral Ward, you go right, and then you go up the, you're going to go up the, I want to say elevator, but it's really not an elevator. You go up. I'm just going to keep it as that. You go up. Okay, so now that we're in Cathedral Ward, you're going to want to swing the right, like I said. You're going to want to go up here, and then you go up here, which I got to pull the lever because I've already gone up to bring it back down. This is actually where you need to go to get to the, what's it called? Why am I forgetting this all of a sudden? Oh, the alien bosses, the ones that I previously fought. This is how you get up there. Careful, there's a guy with a gun. He's going to just wail on you right there. But you're going to want to go to the top if you want to do the alien bosses. But you actually do not want to go to the top if you need to find that piece, which you just fall right down here. Now, once you fall down here, there's going to be another area that you fall again, I believe. Yes, right here. This is where you're going to need to be. Let me make sure there's nothing following me because I need to be very accurate in this next part or else I'm going to die. So this is how you get to the next part. There's a lot of items around here. You should be careful. But what you really want to see is that one little piece right there, right where the tip of my axe is. You can see that one down there. That's where you want to land. You got to get to there because once you land there, there's a doorway, which I don't think you can see. It's down there, though. There's a doorway down there that you want to get to. So the best way to do it is to just walk off. I would recommend not rolling because you can go too far. But just walk off right here. If I'm lucky, I'll land on it. Nope. This is the door. That's the door you want to get into, to be honest. So you get to that one spot, and then you get to the door. Then you open the door, and inside of there is going to be an item that you can give to the doll, which I'm not going to spoil that for you, so you guys can go ahead and do that. And then there's another piece of the umbilical cord there. Okay, so we've landed in the right spot. Then you just go ahead and fall off here. Make sure not to be too low on health so you don't die. And then you can open up here, and oh my gosh, where are we? We're in a little location that you guys can't see yet, but here we go. Boom! This looks a little familiar, doesn't it, guys? That's right. This is the real Hunter's location, because the Hunter's dream is not the original. Oh my gosh, plot twist, guys. It's pretty crazy. So you just go ahead and grab the piece right here. Then you can see right here that there is an abandoned doll. There should be a... it's in here. The piece that you give the doll is the ornament. And so then you just activate the lantern, swing on back, and now you are ready to take on Murgo's wet nurse. So here we are. We finally got through the Nightmare Immensis, and we are about to get the final piece of the umbilical cord. And like I said, this boss is annoying. Not impossible, definitely annoying. This is a creepy boss fight for sure. Because that is a wet nurse. It's Murgo's wet nurse. It takes care of that baby. And this thing is just horrifying. It is invisible, but it's just horrifying in general because you're like, whoa, that's a lot of swords. This thing is just going to mess me up. Don't be intimidated. Try and get behind it. Honestly, with range, it's going to really help out with me because I can just do that over and over again. If you do not have range, be very careful because that attack especially will just wreck you. As you can see, it attacks multiple times with those sides. It just destroys you. Be careful not to get hit by a whole bunch of stuff at once. Take your strides carefully. You can rush in when it does that attack. Just get a couple of hits here and there. Make sure that you have your weapon as maxed out as possible if you can. Now things get serious because he's going to start like flying at you, invisible. At one point there actually will be multiple of them, so you got to be careful not to be attacking the wrong one. Once you actually get your hits in, things are going to start moving a lot faster. But as of right now, I'm kind of doing some pretty good damage. If you can get behind like I'm doing now, you can do a lot of good damage. But that's not going to stay... you're not going to stay safe for long because those arms have a way longer reach than you would expect them to have. Luckily, she is not really doing too much. I can get my hits over and over. There we go. There's another one. So now we got to be really careful because that second one is fake, and you want to make sure and be attacking the right one because if you don't, it's just going to really cause problems. Good news is when the purple like shade goes away, you will not have to fight multiple versions again, but that purple stuff will come back. So you just got to be careful. Don't attack her when she's in the corner like this, obviously, because you want to make sure and do the damage to her back as I was doing earlier. And if she gets you in a corner, she's just going to bombard you with those slashes, and it's going to be just a really, really bad time. So you just want to get behind, like I said, do your damage, wait till the next phase starts, and you will have this in the bag. So let's go ahead and finish this off. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, those attacks where she swings like all of them at once, they wreck you. Be careful just to stay out of that range. That's gonna really help you out. As you can see, this boss has a lot of HP as well. I mean, like, I am hammering this boss with attack after attack. Like, this is not even, like, as you guys saw before the Amygdala fight, I was doing really good damage per hit. Obviously, he doesn't have nearly the kind of HP that this boss has. But this boss is, like, a really, really important boss of the storyline. I mean, when it comes down to it, this is the boss that's protecting the Vile Bloods, pretty much. Or not the Vile Bloods, I'm sorry. Pretty much the gods of this world, so to speak. So this thing needs to have a lot of HP, because if it doesn't have a lot of HP, I mean, it would be a really bad protector, especially because it's the one for the newborns. So, woo, doing a whole bunch of damage there. Keep hammering it. Oh, it's on to me. Ooh. All right. Luckily, as you guys can see in the top left corner, I actually have a boost to my attack power, so that when I... Oh god, I gotta get out of here. When I have max HP, as I was gonna say, I do more damage. I would say the best thing to do in these situations is to not even attack. Just fucking run. Just book it, because there's gonna be so many. I think there's 3 of them right now. Oh my lord. Just don't even try. Oh, god. I can't even see what I'm doing. This is kind of her, like, last-ditch effort to kill you. If you can just survive this part, when the shadow goes away, there's obviously not going to be any more than the original Wet Nurse, and you will be able to handle this. It will go away. A lot of people that I know have said that it doesn't go away, but it does indeed go away. Whoa, I didn't mean to do that. So you just gotta freaking outlast it. There you go, it's gone. Get to behind her. Make sure that you can do that damage. She's not gonna last too much longer. Luckily, I have a decent amount of stamina. So one thing, you cannot guard crush her like certain bosses. So that's not gonna really be a help. But whoa! Oh my god! Do not! Oh my goodness! Whoa! That was just crazy damage. She was just wrecking me right there. Be careful about that one. She's gonna do all these kinds of attacks over and over, but we got this handled. You guys follow this, and she will definitely be going down. It's a slower fight. She's got a lot of HP, but you kill her, and what do you get? Gotta go over to the baby to get your little reward, though. But once you go over to the baby, it's a little bit different, because it's not prey slaughtered. There's gonna be a little bit of a different twist on this one when it decides to show up. This part takes a couple of seconds. I don't know why. There we go. Nightmare slain. That's a little bit of an idea of what that means. So now that we have the very last chord, you got to use them all. And then once you use all 3, it gives you some insight, as you can see. It gives you 3 insight per usage. I'm just going to go from the top because it's a lot easier to do. And once you use all 3, you will actually be prepared for the secret boss fight in this game, and you will have that fight right after the next boss fight. So we're gonna do that in the next episode, guys. So be prepared, and as always, thanks for stopping by. Stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next episode.